The show with Chris Thile, which until this past week was known as A Prairie Home Companion, didnt start with familiar piano notes Saturday night, but instead a somber monologue delivered by Thile. Before we begin the show today, I want to take a moment to address something which you've probably heard about by now, which is NPR severing ties with Keillor over allegations of inappropriate behavior, he said during the live show at Town Hall in New York City. This is of course heartbreaking news. As I've said many times on the air, A Prairie Home Companion has always been a source of refuge and inspiration for me personally. I really did tune in every Saturday as a kid. Like millions of us, I would not be the person I am today without Prairie Home. Keillor started A Prairie Home Companion in 1974, and hosted it for more than 4 decades, before handing the show over to Thile last year. Minnesota Public Radio and its parent company American Public Media Group cut ties with Keillor last week. The details of the company's investigation are unknown. In an email to the Minneapolis Star-Tribune, Keillor wrote, "I put my hand on a woman's bare back. I meant to pat her back after she told me about her unhappiness, and her shirt was open and my hand went up it about 6 inches. She recoiled. I apologized. I sent her an email of apology later and she replied that she had forgiven me and not to think about it. We were friends. We continued to be friendly right up until her lawyer called." Keillor, in a message to NPR News, said that 2 employees had raised questions about his behavior. An NPR spokesperson said there is a formal complaint from an individual that includes multiple allegations. Thile also addressed, indirectly, the issues in the news. "Today we are in the middle of a national movement which I believe represents progress," he said. "We're recognizing the harmful power imbalance that women have had to endure for so long in our culture. My sincere hope is that with awareness will come improvement." Thile's monologue ended where many on the show have ended, with, "As for this show, I want it to be a place for us to gather around, hear great, laugh together, reflect and gain respite from our weekly troubles. People are capable of such beauty. I aim to bring some of it too on the radio every Saturday," he said.